All right, aloha everybody. Thank you all for being here on this momentous day as we welcome the very first returning flight from Japan under the pre-travel testing program, which allows those passengers to come in with a negative test and bypass the 14-day mandatory quarantine. It's a very exciting day for the state, the travelers, and the partnership with the country of Japan.
This really does allow us to revive our economy and bring back trans-Pacific travelers in a safe way that allows us to keep our community, the employees who work here, and those in the hospitality industry safe.
The governor launched our Safe Travels program a couple weeks ago and asked me to say a couple words because this is building on our Safe Travels program, and so I thought I'd share where we are after 3 weeks. Safe Travels Hawaii, that the governor started, has brought 174,515 screened individuals here to our state in just the last 3 weeks. 152,814 individuals achieved exemption by getting the test from one of our trusted partners, and 10,979 individuals ended up in quarantine. This is meant to keep us safe, to do this test so that when all travelers come, they know they can have a safe experience, a healthy experience in Hawaii, and we can be safe ourselves. The breakdown of these travelers has been just about 2 to 1, visitors to residents. 115,934 visitors, 58,581 residents. And today we welcome very, very welcome travelers from Japan to be part of this visitor count. Excuse me. We've asked it to be safe, and so we've done some Safe Travels testing evaluation, as you've heard. We've tested 11,027 individuals as part of our surveillance program, and only 10 individuals proved positive after landing. That's 1 out of 1,000, or actually less, about 1 out of 1,100 travelers. About 11,000 of the first people were tested. About 10,000 actually came from Big Island because Mayor Kim has done a lot of additional surveillance testing. We've got testing from all kinds of partners, from Queens and Hawaii Pacific Health, from our own testing sites, from Maui, from from Kauai, forgive me. But we would like to see more testing. It is a little bit difficult to get people to test voluntarily, and so we're excited about the additional testing. I'm enthusiastic about Mayor Caldwell offering extra testing here on Oahu. I think that's a good addition. I think that they're going to continue to do a lot of robust testing on Big Island. Some people ask why so much testing on Big Island. Well, they had a little bit of an extra surge there, and also they have very few hospital beds. I'll be on call this weekend on the Big Island. There's only 24 intensive care unit beds on Big Island, 9 on Kauai, and 29 on Maui. So when they do extra testing, they do it for a reason, which is to keep those numbers very low. But we would love to see a lot more people volunteer, and just today we've begun to offer additional surveillance opportunities for educators that are returning, because we know that as we start opening schools, we want to keep that number very low, and we want to make sure our teachers and administrators who see kids can be confirmed as negative after 4 days from a trip. As to COVID in the state of Hawaii, so all of our friends that travel here know that we are okay. We've had 7-day averages of 91 new cases daily, 2.2% positivity rate, and a total of 61 individuals in the hospital. And it was the governor's intent to make sure we were safe, to make sure we had good capacity in our hospitals before we welcomed visitors back to the state of Hawaii. Very central to this whole process. And as I wrap up, I'd just like to say one more thing. Every day the Gov reminds us to remind you, please wear a mask. Wearing a mask is what will stop COVID, keep us safe, and make sure that we can keep our economy open with these travelers that we received today. Everyone wear a mask. Aloha.
So I'm sure that with the Japanese market coming back now, this will be a welcome boost to our economy here, to all sectors, restaurants, attractions, hotels, the whole gamut.
Director McCartney shared with me that one Airbus at 85% capacity means $105 million that comes to the state of Hawaii, $12 million in taxes, and 1,100 jobs once it's up at capacity. So it's not really about money, but it's about giving people hope, as the governor has done by setting this program up. Though we may start a little slow, we're told it's going to ramp up quite a lot in the coming months. So it's very substantial for our state.